what your quiz is going to look like tomorrow. So the opener is going to be exactly like how your quiz is tomorrow, and then I'm going to give you the remainder of class time to work on your worksheet that reinforces the information that we learned yesterday. So the first part, of your opener says, find the greatest common factor of the terms in the following expression. So all you're doing is finding the greatest common factor for 24, 60, and 12. So I do that by dropping down and listing my factor pairs. Or my prime, not my factor pairs, my prime factors for each number. So, Amaya, what are my prime factors for 24?
3 2s and 1 3.
So 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. Okay, what about for 60?
2 2s, 1 3, and 1 5.
Okay, and what about for 12?
2 2s and 1 3.
Okay. Now, greatest common factor, you're talking about common. What number do all three of these terms have in common?
2 2.
Tanisha? So they have a group of 2's in common, a group of 2's in common, and a group of 3's in common. Now, if they don't line up exactly, it's okay. You want to just make sure that you circle all the terms that they share. So, for example, if I wrote bigger and I had a 3 here and a 3 here and a 3 here, it's fine. They don't have to be in a straight line. But if each term has that number that they share, it is part of the greatest common factor. So over to the right, I'm going to write greatest common factor like you will on your quiz in order to get full credit. This part you don't have to write out. So you don't have to write out 2 times 2 times 3. You don't have to write that part out that I underlined, but you do need to write out then what you end up multiplying it out to be.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Oh, you're awesome. Thank you. So, what's 2 times 2 times 3? What factor do they all have in common? 12. Okay? So from there, we're going to look at our variables. They all share a W. So looking at your variable, you're going to pick the variable with the smallest exponent, which is what, Dylan?
4.
So W to the 4th power. Then you look at the variable X. All three terms have an X in common. So Dylan, again, what is the variable with the smallest exponent?
X to the 3rd.
So this is my greatest common factor. Since it's not my final answer, I'm going to circle it because I'm going to use that number. I'm going to now use the greatest common factor for my rectangle model. It becomes my what, Cheyenne? The greatest common factor becomes what on my area model, on my rectangular model? Yeah, the side, which is the height. So I know the height of my rectangle, which is 12. W to the 4th, X to the 3rd. Paige, what else do I know about my rectangle? What's the answers mean? Why don't you put your phone up? Why don't you leave your phone right here? And I want you to work on that, and then I want you to look over the declaration stuff.
Can I say what?
I can't show you the test. Do you want to take the test right now?
What's the point of saying?
To see what you do know. Okay, so the answer, that's not necessarily your answer because we're not going to write that as our final answer. So what else do we know about the rectangular model? The area, there, good. So what's the area of the first section, Paige?
24, X6, and W6, X3,
Good. The second area, Paige?
60, W4, X4,
And the third area.
-12,
Very good.
W5, X5.
Okay. So now I know the height and I know the area. What am I missing, Nico?
Your time is by.
What am I missing?
You need to put 12 in all the boxes.
Because that's my height. But what am I missing besides that? You're right. I do need to do that as well. But what does that help me to find?
The answer.
No, not the answer.
The width.
The width. There you go. Good. It helps me to find the width. So Nico says I need to go ahead and put my height in each section of the rectangle. And that's going to help me find my width. So I write big. I'm going to write it like that. All right. So now I'm ready to find my width. So I go section by section to try to determine that. Now remember, I showed you guys a shortcut yesterday. So find your area. What number did I not circle?
2.
2. So 12 times 2 will get me to 24. And now I just need to determine my variables. So I have w to the 4th here, w to the 6th here. So I go from 4 to 6. How many more w's do I need? Anybody? 2. So I need 2 more. I have 3 x's here and 3 x's here. So do I need any more?
No.
No. So the width of this section is 2w squared. Okay?
Give me what else?
So now I'm ready to go to the width of my second section. 12 times what will get me to 60? If you don't know it automatically, you can go back up to where we factored them out and look at the number that's not circled, which is what, Amaya? 5. So now I'm going to do my variables. I have 4 w's here. I need 4 down here. So do I need to add any more in there? Nope. I have x to the 3rd here, x to the 4th down below. How many more x's do I need? 1. So the width of this section is 5x. And time to find the width of my second or my last section. 12 times what will get me to negative 12? Now, are there any numbers left here?
No.
No, but there's always the imaginary 1 that's there. So since it's going from a positive to a negative, that 1 has to be a negative. Do I have to put the 1 behind that negative?
No.
Nope. Can I?
Yeah.
All right, so I have 4 w's and 5 w's. How many more w's do I need? You said it, Nico. I just didn't hear you. 1. I have 3 x's up here. I need a total of 5, so how many more do I need? So x squared. So the width of this final section of our rectangle is negative 1wx squared, or just negative wx squared. Now we're ready to write the answer. Now, originally I told you guys I always want you to come up and write your answer to the right of our area or our terms. But since I have it written down here on the bottom of your openers with the equal sign, we're going to write our answer right down there at the bottom. So I'm now ready, because I already have the areas, right? So now I need to write the height times the width. So when I go to write the height times the width, what do I put down first?
The height.
Which is?
12 w to the 4th x 3
To the 3rd, or okay.
plus. I mean, it is plus.
It isn't plus. Parenthesis, because we're doing what with it, Kijan? Anytime you have a number touch in parenthesis, it means to multiply. Good. Now I can put in my width. So what's my first width?
22.
Say it again, Kijan.
2w to the 2nd power.
Okay. So 2w squared. This is now where I put my plus 5x, because that's my second width. And what's my third?
Negative 1w x squared.
Parenthesis. And box it. Hopefully you can read that. Okay, so that's what your quiz is going to be over tomorrow.